Hello Taurus, and welcome to your monthly reading for October. Very simple, overall energies, karmic messages on your relationship side, on your material side. Week 1, 2, 3 and 4, basically. I will say beforehand, week 2 we've got this eclipse, solar eclipse. There will be a special reading coming out next week on that as well, because it's a very particular eclipse. It's going between, as you can well see here on my, over this side, sorry, on my world map. It's going from the sacrum through to the root. Now that has particular energy sort of significance really, and it's also following that red line as it goes across the country. So I will be doing an update on that on the Cymatic TV, which is our sister channel, which is all about energy, which is linked in the description below. I'll just say that because I'm wondering what's coming up in this petal and this petal here, basically. We will be clarifying with the Light Seers card. Hello, my friend. I've got a moth coming round to say hello to me. Come and sit down. Yes. So, sorry about that. Yeah. So, yes. You know, it'd be interesting to see what sort of cards come out there. Let's just see what's going up with the first card here. You have the Fool. Leap of faith in this month here. Yes, I think it is. If we're looking at the eclipse as well, we're talking about going from fundamental desires into rooting them into our lives, basically, and start enacting them. And the Fool's a little bit about that. That's starting of a new journey. It's the first card in the tarot pack. And the Fool is going off on a journey. It's supposed to be, the person's supposed to be jumping off this cliff, believing that he's going to land on his feet. And the friendly energy that is around them is that white dog there. That is like the faithful friend of energy. You're packed lightly, and you've got the growth in that one hand. If you see in the one hand there, they've got that flower, etc. It's that expectations of a bright future. And I think this leap of faith here, and I think the overall energy is trying to help you out here, is to get that sort of be very positive about your future, basically. On your relationship side, hey, the unification between two plans, between two people. These two people here, as you can see in the middle, they've each got their Two of Wands, and that's what they've been planning for their future. And now they're coming into a celebration, going from one dimension to another. And this could well be for you in the way of marriage or something within those sort of vein. It could be sort of moving in with someone. It's basically concretizing. That's so French. Putting in concrete steps to advance within your relationships that are around you, basically. So yes, it could be confirming your relationships that are around you. It also could mean here, for some of you, probably quite a lot of you actually, it could be going through a portal into a new dimension in regards to your spirit, because this is also your spirit side. I say relationships because that's what mainly how we enact our spirits in the world, but it's also to do with your spiritual side of life. And it could well be that you are going through a portal, a realization, an enlightenment moment, which confirms what you've been planning and puts it into action. Let's see, for the first week, what have you got? You got the Page of Pentacles. This is all about a new journey. This is all about starting something completely new. You've got the Fool, you've now got the Four of Wands, and now you've got the Page of Pentacles. The pages open the pathway. That is what they're learning to do. And it's in a very physical sense here, because it's the Pentacles. So it's planting seeds for the bright future. And for your side, you seem to have the universe that is backing you up here. So it's bringing forth to you opportunities. It's creating a lot of luck for you, consequential luck around you as you go forward. And it's starting that sort of journey, and the universe is encouraging you, or almost starting it for you. And it's almost giving you a nudge, like the Fool, giving you a nudge off that cliff, you know, to sort of say, go on, Taurus, do it. Let's just see what's going on in the second week. This is the eclipse week. And you get the Four of Wands. I think this is, excuse me, I think this is, it's normally to do with healing, rest, recuperation, almost the end of something and the analysis of what's been gone and what's been done and stuff like that. And I think here is, because it ties into the eclipse, it's giving you those fundamental desires and making them very concrete about how you progress on this journey, basically. And this could be a week of pause, and it's on the 14th of October. If I get the date right, I think I have. It's on the 14th of October. So in that second week, it's sort of like, we're talking about from the 9th through to the 15th of October here. So it's leading up to that week where you're getting things back into position, feeling at home with yourself, feeling at home with the relationships that are around you, feeling at home with your spirit, and etc. In the third week, so we're talking up to the 22nd, you get the Eight of Swords. There seems to be a frustration around you. And it's almost built out of confusion. So it's a feeling of being stuck, but without being stuck. That's what I'm getting here. And it's could be within your relationships around you that something turns up in your relationships or in your life around you at the moment in this third week that makes you doubt things, doubt yourself, doubt your own choice and everything like that. We'll see what happens on the clarification on the Light Seer card, but that's the sort of thing I get from it. There's this something that comes in that gives you doubt. We have the lunar eclipse after that, which is all to do with the heart and crown chakra. So we're going in the opposite direction now, from the crown to the heart chakra. And this could be the week that dissipates all that sort of like illusion and stuff like that. Yes. I think there's something that comes in this week, in the third week here, that you have to deal with, which creates a bit of frustration, creates a bit of, should I step this way, should I step that way? And that's where you get caught and you feel a little bit stuck. It's not really your sort of thing, Taurus. And in the fourth week, I think this is where the lunar eclipse comes into play and puts everything into clarification. And you see again your wishes that you placed upon the stars according for your relationships. And maybe this section here is an outcome of that Four of Swords, where you see things a little bit clearer, you get healing on a lot of things in your life, but then obviously that poses a lot of questions going forward. So I think that's going to be interesting to see how that's, well, let's see how that sort of clarifies with the Light Seers card. Let's go on to your financial sides. Five of Wands, being the best example of yourself. You've now got the Four of Wands and the Five of Wands on your karmic paths. In this month here is learning how to extricate yourself from any sort of conflictual paradigms, because you're that person there taking that wand and going off on your journey, and you're leaving the Four of Wands behind. You're leaving another paradigm behind. And this is a case of you being the best example of yourself, basically, going forward. And that's what I think this month here is what is going to be playing the most on you. You're going to be learning how to be the best example of yourself. And it sometimes means not getting involved in conflicts that doesn't really serve you or your business or your job or your projects or whatever it is. In the first week, and you get like the Seven of Swords. playing smart. I think playing smart and avoiding conflicts by anticipating them and distilling them before they actually happen. So you reduce all forms of conflict around you in your life. And that frees you up to go and follow your career path, follow your business or whatever you want to be doing. In the second week, the eclipse week, you get the Hermit. This is very similar again to the Four of Swords, sorry. The Hermit here is, it's been a bit of a dark night of the soul in a way. There's been a lot of searching, there's been a lot of understanding, you've discovered a lot about yourself, you've discovered a lot about the world that is around you, both the dark and the light side of it all. And the best thing is eventually you've captured that little star there and you're using it to be your guide to guide you forward. And I think this has to do with your fundamental desires according to your job, your business or your projects. Whatever it is you're looking to sort of create or do, in the second week, use your knowledge of how you got to where you are to propel you forward in the future. In the third week, okay, this is what could be coming into making that sort of stuck feeling. Five of Pentacles is traditionally money loss. It seems like that there's like, what I'm getting off it is like, you've got contracts out there, you've got customers, and your job or whatever it is you're doing, and one of those contracts gets pulled. The company that you've been working with may have gone bust or something like that, or they're leaving debts behind you. It's no fault of your own. I get this is it. It seems like there's something that comes from the outside world, which then puts complications within your life, which makes you feel a little bit stuck and puts a little bit of doubt on those plans going forward on your relationship side, on your financial side. This is where you've got to be. This is where the playing smart will come into play, because it will allow you to get past this situation without you getting involved in too much in the way of conflicts around you. But it seems like a loss, but not actually a financial hit, if you know what I mean. So you might, a company may go bust, so you might lose a customer. You're not actually losing money because you haven't got that money in because they're no longer a customer, but it puts a bit of dent in your income in the future, let's put it that way. And then this is where you do a springboard. There is a major springboard by the end of the month here for you, Taurus. You get the Ace of Pentacles, which is all about planting new seeds, starting something new. A new opportunity that arrives on your plate in your life, and this could be to be with a promotion for a job or a contract to replace all those other previous contracts and etc. There's something that seems to make really light work of these problems that you may have in the third week. So if you are encountering problems in the third week and doubts and stuff like that, know that it's going to be short-lived more than anything else. Know it's going to be short-lived, Taurus. Okay, let's clarify with the Light Seers card, but before we do, just a quick word about the competition that we've got going on here on the Astroflower. So, competition time. You will be able to win a half-an-hour reading with myself. There's one available per week. And in order to enter into the competition, it's very simple. You need to be subscribed, obviously. But at the same time, we're asking you to comment on the premiere of particular signs over the next 4 weeks. It's very simple. We're keeping it into elements, so we've got earth, water, fire and air, obviously. We start off with the first week, which goes into earth. So what we're doing is asking people to comment the moment it goes out on premiere. starting with the earth signs, and as I say, going through the other elements as we go along. There is a on this side here, there is a list of the weeks that are for each particular sign. So if you just leave a message saying competition, we will answer that, so it be acknowledged that you've made that comment. I will be live during these videos for live chat, as it were. So I will recognise the comments that you've made, and we will then contact the winner, who will be taken like a lottery out of everybody, and contacting the person for a half an hour reading. And as I say, there's one available per week, so that's 4 in a month, half an hour readings. So yes, you will be informed. I will keep it informed regularly over here during the readings over the next week and week and a half, so then you can get involved in the competition as well. It would help us out enormously, because it will help the other signs to grow as well, and because the algorithm in YouTube is not really helping us. I don't know why. You'd have to ask YouTube. I don't really know why, but you'd have to ask YouTube. So it doesn't really help out. So this is where we need the Astroflower family to help us out. It would really do us a favour to try and get the other signs rolling on, as it were. Okay, in the meantime, let's get on with your reading. Right, let's get on with the clarification on your Light Seers card. Okay, so you've got the 7 of Swords again with the Fool. I think this leap of faith is going to, and I think this is where the leap of faith is more than anything else. Right at the end, look at that. That's absolutely beautiful what you've got. You know, the outcome in the 4th week is absolutely amazing, and I think that's part of that leap of faith. And I think you've got to play smart in order to get there, in order to get the best out of your situation. Okay, let's see what's going on the karmic path. Yeah, this is another marriage card. So, yes, there's obviously some form of marriage or something going on in your life at the moment. The Hierophant, my most favourite card in the pack. Basically, the Hierophant knows the steps that they need to take in order to get to that card there. Yeah? You're learning this process on your relationship side, and it's the coming together of you and another person which brings you great understanding within your relationships, basically, of how to actually manufacture or develop the good harmony that you do have between you and your partners. Here we have the Ace of Swords with the Page of Pentacles. Yes, starting something new. In the first week, I think it's more sort of inspirational. I think it's an inspirational thing that you pick up between you and your partner, or even the relationships that are around you. It gives you a lot of clarity, makes you feel like you're winning in life, that everything is going sweet and hunky-dory. Okay, and it's a very busy week for you, I think, here in that week. I think this is where things really start to kick in for you. And in that first week, in that section, in that first week, after that first week, you get the Four of Swords, and which is clarified by the Sun. So basically, this healing and this coming together with yourself makes you have this opportunity that if you relax and just allow life to come to you, it's going to give you this sensation of, at last, this is what I want. So in this second week, I would allow things to, I would just relax. I wouldn't put any pressure on any relationships and stuff like that, and allow things to come to you. It is in the eclipse week. I think there's a lot of realization about your fundamental desires. With the Eight of Swords, you get the Moon. Yes, I think there is something that's coming in here that's sort of, I think it comes in on your financial side, but there's something that comes in that pushes a lot of emotions to the surface. And I think it creates a lot of doubt in you. Doubt of where you're going, maybe doubt in the other person that you're you're marrying, or you're moving in with, or you're really committing to. So I think there's a real doubt, and then we get the eclipse, the lunar eclipse, which brings in a lot of clarity, and that's when things set off again. It's almost as through those doubts, you've understood you a lot better, you've understood your couple a lot better. I think it's a really good thing in the long run, because it's good to see every side of everybody, so then you're not surprised in the future. And then all of a sudden in the fourth week, that's it, you're off and running, you're really going for you're really going for it. You're going after your dreams, and you're being very passionate about it. Really, really nice outcome for you, Taurus. With the Five of Wands, you get the High Priestess. Yes, I think it's more of a case of a learning curve to be the best example of yourself, and this comes through the intuition of yourself. So if you're following a certain pathway in regards to your job or your business, a certain ethics, certain way of doing things, I would trust your intuition. I would entrust that inner voice as well to help guide you through this, to help orientate you in a direction which ultimately will put you in a position of authority, because you've learnt, because you understand and stuff like that. And I think that comes a lot within you more than anything else. With the Seven of Swords, what do we have on the Seven of Swords? Four of Wands. There is a definite unification here between you and another person. I think it ties into your job as much as anything else as well. And it ties into your life in general. And playing smart as you go into this new paradigm. And this paradigm here is about the leap of faith within you. And I think it's more within... I think you get it on both sides. I think both sides play into one another. But I do think there's an instigator on your financial side, which helps to push the your relationships along. Let's just see what's going on with the Hermit card here. You get the Queen of Swords. It's a direction that you are taking. And you have taken it because you have control over your emotions, and you're using your logic to get there. It's a judgment in all of your situation. It's a judgment according to what you desire out of life in regards to your business, your projects, your job or your career path, whatever it is. And going after it in a very balanced way, and really centralizing your energy in one direction here, I think is a really good thing. What is this Five of Pentacles all about? You get the Four of Pentacles as well. Maybe it's the reason. It's like you're playing cards, and you haven't got the greatest hand in the world, and you kind of think, I should fold, because otherwise I keep betting and I'm going to lose more money, and I'm not going to be able to bluff my way through it. And you hold on and hold on and hold on to see if anybody else is really bluffing, and you end up losing loads of money because that's what you're holding on. There is that aspect of it all. There is another aspect to here, is just being wise. You might actually see a situation which could cause you money loss. And once you see that situation, then you start spending your money wisely to mitigate that problem with the incoming finances and etc. Okay? So, yes, I think there's a situation here which wises you up. And you should know it through your intuition as well. And the thing is, once it happens, that's when your radar switches on and you start looking for the opportunity which is in front of you. The Five of Pentacles, I think it's born out of disappointment more than anything. And I think that disappointment comes with the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. And it could well be that there's something in the world that's going on at the moment, in the end of October, that sort of creates that disappointment, like an economic crash or something like that. But here is where you are out of that disappointment, gives rise to a whole new way of being. And this is the thing, is that like, with this Five of Wands, Five of Cups here, you can see this pathway that's just out the back of them. And rather than concentrating on these ones there that's spent, these cups that are spent, they should be concentrating on these cups here that they can take with them and go off on a whole new journey. And I think this is what you're going to be realizing. Out of your disappointments will come a very good opportunity for you. So there you go, Taurus. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget about the competition as well, starting on this week's weeklies on the earth signs. I will see you there for that. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.